How do you reflect on that first fight? Is it something you've watched back and you've gone,
I've watched it
should have done
1,000 times? Probably not 1,000, but probably maybe 100 times I watched it, yeah.
And what do you think?
I thought it was a very good fight. I thought I did fantastic. I thought Usyk did fantastic. It was what it was. It's just someone's opinion, really, isn't it, who won the fight? Because like we see in a lot of these fights recently, especially like in fights that people think are close, then some people might have one man winning it, other people might have another man winning it. So it's just someone's opinion on the night. So yeah, it's complicated, really. I think I won. He thinks he won. I've seen him do an interview where he said, "Oh, I thought I won it by a point." You know, one of the judges had me up by a point, one had him up by a point. It's just opinion. It's an opinionated thing if it goes the distance, and that's what you've got to deal with. If something goes the distance, you're relying on three people's opinions, and they might not all see it the same. So yeah, as if to say, "Oh, this man's beat me, battered me, made me quit," or whatever. No, that ain't the case. He's got a victory over me like that one on my record. It's just because of someone's opinion, a biased opinion, I think, as well. Because the IBF, who had me losing 113, 112, I've just paid them whatever, paid them a lot of money to be in their rankings. They've not even got me ranked in top 15 in the new ratings. So, you know, it's they're the people who decided my career's fight performance. So it is what it is. Again, it's just someone's opinion, which is usually no problem to me because I've always been a person who didn't really give a shit what people say or think up until it comes to a point where they're deciding on your life or career. Not life, but boxing fight decision. So, yeah. But either way, it was close. It could have, if it went to him by a round or me by a round, it was very close. So I was happy. You know, I didn't get the decision I wanted. I didn't get the victory, but I didn't take it out of the judge's hands. So I had left it to someone's opinion, and he went against me. So am I going to cry about spilt milk? No. Have I cried about it at all? No. Because here's the fact. The fun fact is, it wasn't going to change my life, even 10%, winning or losing that fight. Obviously, you want to win. You're in training camp. You put your heart and soul into something. And you dedicated for, I don't know, 20 years or something to get to this point, me. But it hasn't affected my life, you know what I mean? I don't go anywhere anyway. I just stick around Morecambe Bay, and that's it. I think we're pretty familiar in what I do on a daily life. Hundreds of millions of people have seen it on Netflix.
So what did you make of Dempsey yesterday then? Being around him, facing off with him. I guess, did you do some of those round tables at all? Has that happened yet?
No.
No, but you talked to him at the press conference a little bit. Yeah. What do you think?
Not too much. Like, listen, see with boxing, at the end of the day, these press conferences, this face-off, these weigh-ins and all that, they're not going to win you the fight. Like, the main thing is that I go into the ring and I win December 21st. Whatever happens before that, like, I see, me personally, yeah, all that talking, raha, he said, she said, I'm not really into that stuff. Like, I feel like if someone disrespects me and then we go into a fight and then after the fight he's like, oh, like, it was just to sell that. Like, I'm not really down for that. I'm like, if you're going to say something, you got to stand on it. And like, don't after a fight come shake my hand and say, oh, I didn't really mean that, blah, 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 blah. So, like, I showed, and I showed respect to Dempsey, he showed respect back, and that's what it is. Like I said with Johnny Fisher also, I don't like none of these, it's not that I don't like none of these guys because I haven't got a problem. I haven't got a problem with them. They haven't gave me a reason to not like them. But it's just like, I'm trying to do my job as being a boxer, climb the rankings and win fights. Obviously, they're trying to do the same, and I just want to make these big fights happen. And with Dempsey McKean, he was one of the guys who was ranked above me, and I just wanted to fight him. Like I said, I ain't got nothing wrong to him. I saw him this morning, I shook his hand saying, how are you, XYZ. I just got to do a job.
Yeah, considering from where he was, this is exactly the same as Wilder. When he went through Hill in that final round against Wilder, he still won that round. Yeah. It's, I don't know, how long can he do that for? This going to the world.
Well, that's what you're going to find out. Because those fights take something out of you. You leave something behind in the ring. All fighters, it don't matter who you are, in your tough fights, you'll leave something behind. And that will be answered again on the 21st to see who. I went to the dressing room after after the fight, obviously with Tyson, and he was quite annoyed that he didn't get the decision. He was, but he was quite, you know, lively, if you know what I mean. Like his mind was all, and going into Usyk, who won the fight, you'd have thought he was the loser going into his dressing room. Although he won it, he knew he'd been in a very, very tough fight.
Tyson now goes into a fight for the first time with a L on his record. He thinks he won.
Yeah.
You think he won. Many people do think he won, but you know, it's there. He hasn't lost on his record.
A lot of people think Usyk.
Yeah. How do you think that affects Tyson, if at all,
it's irrelevant.
like going forward?
It's irrelevant. All that matters is the night. Keep looking over your shoulder. If you keep doing that, someone's going to clip you on the chin. You've got to keep looking forward.
You're also under pressure. It feels like you know you've got this growing army of they're called the Bosch Army. I'm sure they'll be coming out.
Bosch Army,
the Bull Army.
Yeah.
They'll be out in Riyadh with you, I'm sure.
Rowdy in Saudi, 100%.
Yeah, rowdy in Saudi. Your following's going up there as well. There's a lot of eyes on Johnny Fisher and how he performs, and more so than ever on the grandest stage of them all. Are you feeling that at all?
There is perceived pressure, but for me, there's none. I'm doing what I love. I'm doing something that I never dreamed I could do 3-4 years ago when I was at Exeter University playing rugby, trying to get in that Exeter uni team. This is all fun for me, Dev.
That's amazing. So this is still just fun?
I don't care. I don't care. I'm literally going to go in there free. Every time I fight, I go in there and I just let my hands go. But the good thing is now with Mark Tibbs and Jimmy Tibbs and Sonny Cannon, my team, I'm refining them skills a little bit more. So when you can fight with a freedom, but you've got the skills and a bit of temperament behind that as well, that's a very, very dangerous mix. So I'll go in with absolutely anyone, and my job in life, right? Everyone's job in life is to build a security for their family and build a legacy if they can. But more importantly, it's the material things. We're in a time where the cost of living is through the roof, and like all normal people in the world, I just want to pay my mortgage off. I want to give my mum and dad a nice little bonus if I can. Go on some nice holidays. I've got very material. Without sounding selfish, that's my aim in life, is to give my family a better life. So all the other stuff is a bonus, and to be able to do this on Riyadh season and going out to fight on these cards with the Furies and the Usyks, it's a dream come true for me, and doing that, it makes me want to perform as well as I can.
Well said. I love that. That's actually Dave Allen there. I don't know if you can see him. I don't know if you can quite make him out.
Is he behind me?
Yeah, no, he's just there. I don't know if you've got anything you want to say.
Oh, you mean the camera?
Yeah, just the camera. It's just something else.
Still half
I don't know if you want to. Yeah. Anything you want to tell the White Rhino who's been watching in, listening in on this interview?
Big Dave, listen, I've sparred you once before, well, a few times before, and you belted me, and you're going to try and do that again. I'm going to try and belt you. And as I said, we said it last night, there's nothing we need to say. You're going to try and wing them big shots on my head, and I'm going to be coming for you as well. But I'm going to do it in a gentlemanly manner, and we're going to shake hands before and after the fight. But when that bell goes, we won't be friends. But all said and done, crispy aromatic duck at the Blue Orchid after.
If people knew how I was living at the times of these fights I was having with some massive names, you would never believe it. I remember telling Jamie Moore when I started training with him, like, so what training and stuff did you do for this fight? And I told him, like, wow, like, people that don't even, like, you do less than the average man. Like, how are you boxing all these people?
What we did you just go for a run on the day? Like, what are we talking about?
If I give you an example of, like, because people always ask, like, 2018, I boxed Lenroy Thomas on the 3rd of March, I think. So I trained really hard for that. And then after I got the cut eye in that fight, I didn't really go to the gym. I then boxed in May in a 4-rounder. A few weeks later, I got the phone call to watch Tony Oker on 3 weeks' notice. Went to the gym a few times, hit the pads. I then boxed Tony Oker and took him 10 rounds. I got concussion and my eyes were swollen short. And then a few weeks later, I got offered the Nick Webb fight on like 10 days' notice. I'd not trained in between. I did one session on the pads in my mate's garden for the Webb fight. I then knocked Webb out. Then I boxed in Newcastle. I got 10 weeks' notice, but I did like a 2-week training camp. I then beat Samir Niwa in the first round. Then I was told I wouldn't box till December, so I had a week off. I then got told, oh, you can fight on Bellew Usyk. I then did a 2-week training camp and boxed Ariel Bracamonte and had a crazy fight with him. So that was 2018, like maybe 4 weeks worth of training. In 9 months I had 6 fights. I boxed Olympic gold medalists. I had some big wins, I had some crazy fights. So that's how I was living. That's how I lived my whole career. And you know, we laugh about it and stuff, but really looking back, that's why I came back, because I have so many regrets.
For him to target you, he must have seen something. His team must have seen something to think that you're beatable, right? They're not going to call out, you know, there are names that they're not calling out. They're not calling out the world. Why do you think they are calling out Dempsey McKean?
I think it's numerous things as well. Obviously, coming off a loss as well, like, you know, he can call out the Dubois and the top guys as well, but they're not going to take him serious because it's a numbers game. Like I said earlier, he's only had the 10 fights. It's a risk versus reward. He's a crafty person. Are they going to take a risky fight against someone who's got a good skill set that's only had 10 fights? They lose to someone with 10 fights. You know, their career's pretty much, I wouldn't say done, but they've got a bit of rebuilding to do. But, you know, you take a loss against someone like a Herkovich or a Joseph Parker, you know, that's kind of established themselves a lot longer. It's not as bad as a loss to losing to a prospect with 10 fights.
Do you feel like he's, or the team in general, just bitten off more than they can chew with you? Do you think they've just kind of misinterpreted what you are and where you are in your career?
Yeah, look, I know they know it's going to be a hard fight. It's not going to be a walk in the park, let's be honest. I'm an experienced professional. I've been in there with some good guys, and I've got a good skill set as well. I'm not going to sit there and plod along in the middle of the ring and let him hit me. I'm going to use my footwork and my speed, my agility and my athleticism as well. You know, I'm going to be moving around. A lot of these guys that he's fought are kind of happy to, you know, take a knee and take their paycheck and get out there as quick as possible. So I'm coming to win. I want to win, and there's something that he hasn't faced yet either. So, but they're doing what any promotional team does, and obviously they have faith in him to beat Mike Tyson's record of obtaining the world title. And you know, you got to take big step up fights to be able to do that. So, and I've called their plan as well. They're overlooking me to take out me and then go to Joseph Parker and fight for the interim WBO title, and that's their quickest route to getting the world title. And even, you know, he said it to me as well. He's like, "How did you know our plan?" I said, "Mate, this is the same thing me and my team would do if we wanted to take the same route as well."
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the press conference for a great night of World Championship Boxing this Saturday from BP Pulse Live in Birmingham, England. It is all being brought to you by Frank Warren on behalf of Queensberry Promotions in association with Eddie Hearn's Matchroom Boxing. Along with our great sponsors, Riyadh Season, 32 Red, and Unibet. Tickets can be purchased through AXS.com, and this great event will be shown live on TNT Sports. Let's now welcome our participants already seated. Jermaine, the Kundalini King, Osborne Edwards. Eithan Jammy James. Ezra the Cannon Taylor. Ben the Bomber Vaughn. Ekow the Engine Essuman. Lewis Williams. Patricia Bergold. Chantelle Cameron. Shabaz the Maverick Masoud. Liam Dangerous Davies. And now we hand things over to your host, Mr. Dev Sani.
Are we not clapping, Dev Sani? Can we? Thank you. Thank you, Thomas Treiber as well. Let's clap Thomas as well. Wonderful intros as ever. And the MC coming through, Thomas Treiber. Welcome, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to Birmingham. It's a Birmingham belter on Saturday night. I can't wait for this fight. It's been building up very, very nicely. Plenty of needle, plenty of words exchanged for your main event. Liam Davies, unbeaten, former English champion, former British champion, former European champion, and now the IBO world champion. He sits there and he defends his crown against an also unbeaten man, Shabaz Masoud, who holds a couple of amateur wins over Liam Davies, comes here representing Matchroom against Queensberry, and comes here wanting everything that Liam Davies has. It's a brilliant, brilliant main event. Everything that British boxing's about. The chief support, one of the best fighters in the world today, Chantelle Cameron. She's back, and it's a tough test. Patricia Bergold, former world champion, brilliant amateur, and it's a proper fight for Chantelle on Saturday. And as you can see from this table here, there's a lot to get excited about on the undercard, including a professional debut of Commonwealth Games gold medalist Lewis Williams here. We'll be live from 7 o'clock, TNT Sports on Saturday night, and 5:30 just before that on the Queensberry YouTube page for 3 undercard fights. Let's start talking about these fights then. Let's start in the welterweight division, where we've got an eliminator for the English welterweight championship. The Northampton man, Eithan James, looking to bounce back from the first career defeat. He's coming back against Wolves man here, Jermaine Osborne Edwards, known as the Kundalini King. And I'm going to start with you, Jermaine. This is a step up for you. You've been on the small halls very much. This is the BP Pulse Live on Saturday. This is TNT Sports. And this is a very good fighter here in Eithan James. Tell us what you're thinking.
He's a good fighter, but his time's done, man. It's time to move over, man. Let the veteran step up. Is that I've had enough? You know, it's my time.
What is it that Eithan James should be worried about? Because I can see the belief, I can see the confidence.
Everything. I'm a dangerous fighter. I'm not even here for no payday. I'm here to win. I'm ready for war. Yeah, we're going to war, and that is that.
He's a very good fighter, very skilled Commonwealth Youth gold medalist. He was very good.
Doesn't mean nothing.
Well, Eithan James, let's bring you in. Doesn't mean anything. Your amateur credentials. This man's come for war. What are you thinking?
Yeah, he's right. It don't mean anything. That's all in the past. Just like my fight recently is in the past, and I'm really looking forward. And I think you're going to see the best of me. I'm hungry. I've lost something, and I want to get it back.
How much is that hunger burning? How much is that desire in you?
It's been burning for the last 6 months. I wanted to get straight back into a good competitive fight. No easy fights, and I'm getting that with an undefeated fighter. And then I'm going to be pushing on, and I'm going to be bringing some more belts back to Northampton.
What do you think about your opponent here? It looks like he's ready to go.
Yeah, just as much as I am, I'm ready to go. So it's going to be a good night Saturday night.
It's a dangerous fight. You shouldn't have took the fight, mate.
Yeah, we'll see.
Yeah, we'll see.
Is it too much then, Jermaine? Do you think you could just? You're 11 years older than this guy here. Is this man versus boy?
Age ain't nothing. Yeah, it's just a number. I'm just as fit as these young lads, and I'm ready. I'm undefeated for a reason.
How do you see this fight playing out, Eithan?
Me winning. Simple as that. The best me's going to turn up. I've never been more hungry for a fight. So I hope he turns up to come and give me a fight, because that's
You're
what
going
you
to
see the best
sleep,
of me.
mate.
What,
night.
You've got one more stoppage than me, mate. I don't think either of us are
yeah,
really
mate. Yeah. Ask Owen Cooper how you get some, man.
Yeah. Well done. Cool.
Jermaine, what
can smell the fear. I got the gods and the ancestors coming through me. Know this.
You're going to need everyone Saturday night.
Yeah, we'll see.
Jermaine, what can you tell me about your nickname? Because I did a little Google, Kundalini King. It's about some sort of a awakening of power.
It's a spiritual awakening that I had. And I rose that Kundalini, and I turned my life around, basically. I was partying and doing all kinds of stuff like the week before, and then I started meditating, and then I had a spiritual awakening, and I said to my mum and dad, I want to be something. This is what? I said, professional boxer. And then 3 years later, I'm here. I haven't looked back since.
And what's the plan on Saturday? Are you just too rough for this guy?
I'm here to do the business. That's what I'm here to do. And it's game over for him. He's not going to like getting in there with me, I promise you that now.
Eithan, let's just get the final word from you on this fight. Apparently you're not going to like being in there with this hungry Jermaine Osborne-Edwards. What are you thinking?
Yeah, everyone says the same thing. Everyone's hungry on fight week. Everyone's wanting to fight. Just as much as he's not going to be wanting to get in with me after I fucking ping him for 10 rounds. So
nonsense.
We'll see.
You got no power in you, mate.
Don't need to. I'm going to outschool you for 10 rounds, mate.
You got nowhere to run. That's all you do is run.
You, mate.
We'll see.
Yeah, we'll see.
We'll see, mate.
We will see. That is an English title eliminator in the welterweight division. Eithan James, Jermaine Osborne-Edwards on Saturday night. Great start to the press. It's good when they start. Brilliant. Looking forward to it, gentlemen. We've got a brilliant light heavyweight division in this country right now, as we know, and there's upsets going on all over the place. There's controversy going on all over the place, as I'm sure we've seen in recent weeks as well. And there's a fighter here right in front of me who's building his name and is knocking on the door, who'll be there in these big fights very, very soon. Unbeaten Ezra Taylor, WBC international lightweight champion. And Ezra, it's a 10-rounder for you on Saturday against a tough Latvian who's coming over. And we've seen in recent weeks, these Latvians don't come over to lay down. Tell us what you're thinking about this fight.
I couldn't give a toss where he's from, to be honest. I'm ready. My opponent changed, unfortunately. I was ready to fight a 10-0 guy, but again, it's just another body for me, man. Like you said, the light heavyweight scene right now is looking good. It's looking tasty. I'm coming through. There's a lot of moving parts. I'm the biggest moving part, man. You're going to see that on Saturday.
I keep hearing that, as you mentioned there, opponents have been pulling out. It's not just this fight it's happened in other fights as well. Why does no one want the smoke from the cannon?
I'm not too sure, man. I don't want to look at myself like that, but you could see me as maybe a high-risk, low-reward type for fighter or type of fight. But I'm getting to a stage where it doesn't matter of the risk. You got a reward here. You can challenge me for my belt. I'm a champion. But they still don't want it. But don't worry, I'm getting to a stage where you can't deny it. And after this fight, I'm not looking past my opponent, but I already know what's going to happen on Saturday. I want the British and the Commonwealth titles after that. And you know who's got that. And so that's where we're heading.
Well, I know who's got that. Louis Edmondson's got that after that win over Dan Aziz. Is this a kind of... I know you don't want to look past your man on Saturday, but that sounded to me a bit like a call-out, Ezra.
This guy's been calling me out, man. He's been in my DMs, he's been messaging me, and I didn't even want to entertain it because he had no substance. But now he does. You know, if Dan Aziz won that, the target would have moved to him as well. I'm out here to chase opponents. I'm here to chase titles. He's the guy who's got the titles. He's got my titles. So I want to see him next. Like I said, not looking past it. It's a cliche and whatever else. But I'm going to do a demolition job on Saturday. And when I see Louis Edmondson, I'm going to punch his head in as well.
Finally, Ezra, listen, there's a lot of noise in your division, as we've talked about. Why is yours the noise that we should all be paying attention to?
Because I'm in it. Well, at the moment, like I said, it's catching fire, man. Light heavyweight's kicking off at the moment. We just seen Bertaviev versus Bivol. And obviously, you got Bawatsi doing his thing. Willie Hutchison, he's there too. There's so many people here. And I'm just really squeezing my way through. But it's a process of elimination at this stage. I'm coming through at the right time, I believe. I've got the right attributes. I've got the right mindset. No mindset can compare to what I have right now. My hunger is getting even bigger each day. So that on its own is a scary sight. So yeah, I'm excited. It should be an exciting time for everyone else. Not if you're fighting me, but if you're watching, it's going to be a fun time for sure.
Great stuff. Thank you, Ezra Taylor. Back in action on Saturday night against Kristaps Ballmeisters, who stepped in at late notice, 10 rounds in the light heavyweight division. Let's move back down to welterweight. And the return of Ekow the Engine Essuman against an unbeaten young fighter coming through in Ben Vaughan. And if you haven't seen Ekow's fight yet with Owen Cooper back in July, probably the fight of the year so far, certainly in the top 3 or 4. Unbelievable fight, dramatic, where the Engine was put down himself but came back to stop Owen Cooper in the final round. And he's got a young buck here, Ben Vaughan, known as the Bomber, with a lot of momentum, who's just coming off 2 first-round knockouts. And we're going to start with Ben Vaughan here. And Ben, I keep hearing that you are one of British boxing's best-kept secrets. What can you tell us about this secret, Ben?
So, there's not much I can say, really. Just I've gotten exciting, and yeah, I can't wait to show what I can bring to Saturday. So yeah, I'm so excited for it. It's going to be explosive, it's going to be exciting, and people are going to tune into this fight, for sure.
It's a big step up from the small halls to the big stage, TNT Sports. It's a big one against a guy who's been there, seen it, done it. He's certainly not his first rodeo. Are you ready for a step up like this, Ben?
I've been waiting for an opportunity like this for a long, long time. And the opportunities came, I've grabbed it. And yeah, I can't wait to show everyone what I'm made of. So yeah, be prepared for a big shock.
Well, let's bring in the Engine, Ekow Essuman, and this is the second fight in a row now where you've got an opponent very much on the come-up, very much coming to get what you've got. How are you feeling about this fight with Ben Vaughan on Saturday?
Firstly, thank you for having me again. It's good to be on the table. Second fight with a young prospect coming up. Just keep feeding me these guys, because that's what keeps me going. That's fuel for the engine, for the fire. And when they bring out, when they try and throw bombs and put bombs in the engine, that just sets me into different gears. That's when the Spectre comes out. So careful what you wish for, because you might get haunted in there.
And Ben, feel free to interject. I don't know if you've had any kind of back and forth at any pressers so far, but this is a very determined Engine you have here.
I don't know, I have a massive respect for Ekow. I remember watching him when I was a youngster in the amateurs. So yeah, I feel like it's gonna be a great fight between us both. We both have a great forward fighting styles. So yeah, I can't wait to have an opportunity to fight Ekow and improve everyone wrong.
I also step in there just there. I do actually very much respect him, because he's spent time, he's served for the country, and that takes a lot of guts, heart and whatnot. So he has my full respect, and he's had that throughout my training camp. So you'll see what that means.
Is it a potential banana skin here, Ekow?
Every fight is a potential banana skin, but you just have to be the best you, and I'm raising my levels, so what can I say?
Ben, what did you think of Ekow's fight with Owen Cooper?
Yeah, I thought it was a good fight. It was definitely certainly exciting to watch. But there's things I've seen in the fight which I know I can capitalise on. Just know everyone, this is going to be... You thought the last fight was going to be a fight of the year contender. This fight, this Saturday, is definitely going to be a fight of the year contender, for sure. So yeah, everyone just be prepared for a big shock. It's my time, and I'm ready to show everyone.
Do you think you're getting Ekow Essuman at the right time?
I certainly think so. Like I said, he's what, 35 now, and I'm 25. Like I said, like it's 10 years gap. I'm fit and ready. Like I said before, this is my time, and I'm ready to show from that.
Ekow, final word to yourself. You have an opponent who thinks he's getting you at the right time, just like before, right?
Yeah, just like before. Rolls-Royce engine, put holes in it, it'll keep going. Just fuck around and find out.
Apologies for the language, but yes, thank you very much, Ekow Essuman. Thank you very much, Ben Vaughan. Brilliant fight for the WBO European Welterweight Championship on Saturday night. OK, we've got a debutant, Commonwealth gold medalist in 2022, a decorated amateur here in Lewis Williams, one of the most sought-after fighters in the country. He's made the right decision. He's come to Queensberry, he's come to TNT Sports, and well, Lewis, great to see you. You're back in Birmingham, the city where you won your Commonwealth gold. Excited?
Yeah, very excited. And yeah, what a coincidence to be back here where I won gold, you know. So it's nice. It's down the road. I can get a good load of support and starting off on a great show. So I'm pretty privileged to be here, and I've joined a great team.
Feels like it's been a long time coming. I remember watching you get that gold medal. And that was like a couple of years ago now. So what have you been doing? Have you just been kind of biding your time, training? What's been going on?
Of course, I've always been training. I'm constantly stuck in the gym, but was heading towards the Olympics, and that didn't work out with bad timing and so on. So after that, it was always my choice to go to the professional game this year, and it's worked out. And yeah, so here we are back in Birmingham.
And what are your ambitions?
The same as I have in the amateurs, which is to reach the top. I don't think it's a sport you should just participate in. You got to have your goals and aim for the top, you know.
And you're going to be in the heavyweight division. Looking at the size of you, you certainly look like a heavyweight to me. It feels like you are going to be surrounded by brilliant heavyweights in the Queensberry stable and in the UK, full stop.
Yeah, it's the team that everybody's joining now, isn't it, in the heavyweight game? I've been holding the weight down at cruiserweight for a while, and it seemed like the right time to let myself grow into the right weight class. So I'm a lot more comfortable now, and I'm just going to build my experience in this new weight and build a great career. You know, it's the heavyweights everybody's wanted to watch.
And you're from Leamington Spa. Now, there's a bit of boxing history there. Randolph Turpin was from there. Of course, he beat Sugar Ray Robinson all those years ago. I guess you're trying to make your name a little bit and be another big boxing legend from Leamington Spa.
Yeah, it's a massive name to follow up from, isn't it? Randolph Turpin beating Sugar Ray Robinson. So, yeah, that's some big set of shoes to try and fill. But, yeah, it's great that we've got some history behind it. And it's great to bring boxing back to Leamington again, you know. So everybody's supportive in my hometown, and I just carry on doing what I can do and use that support the best I can.
Decent opponent on Saturday for your pro debut. I think it's actually quite a good opponent for your pro debut, Lamar Griggs. He's had a draw with Hosea Stewart. He's taken a few good heavyweights the distance. What are you expecting on Saturday?
He looks game, doesn't he? So that's a lot better for me, I think. I don't want anybody who's going to just tuck up and take shots. I want something that's, you know, that's worth my experience. So I'm excited for it, and I'm glad I've got a decent opponent.
Good stuff. Thank you, Lewis. We are excited for your professional debut. Lewis Williams in action on Saturday, Commonwealth Games gold medalist. OK, let's move up to the top table. The return of Chantelle Cameron, as I mentioned at the top, very simply one of the best fighters in the world. She is on a quest to regain the undisputed crown. She's currently the WBC interim champion, and she needs to keep hold of that to keep the dream alive. But there is a lady here in Patricia Bergholt who wants to ruin that dream. who has her own ambitions, former world champion herself. And I'm going to start with you, Patricia. The opponent that you have on Saturday, widely seen as one of the best fighters in the world. A big challenge. How are you feeling about this challenge?
It's going to be a tough fight. She's a great fighter. I'm looking forward to Saturday. It's going to be a great test for me because I'm coming from welterweight down to lightweight. So it's going to be a good fight, I think.
What are your advantages over Chantelle?
I'm taller.
Anything else? You're a decorated amateur, former world champion. There must be things that you've seen where you think, I do this better than her, or not.
Yeah, but I don't think I will tell that here.
Very wise, very wise. Another one for you is, the last time you were in the UK, you took on Natasha Jonas. You were unsuccessful that night. You lost your world title. Is the fighter that we're going to see on Saturday much better than the fighter we saw a couple of years ago? Less pressure on you now, perhaps?
Yeah, and I did my training a little bit different for this fight than for the Natasha fight. And yeah, I think I evolved as a fighter after that night. So I think it's going to be a different kind of fighter in me this Saturday.
Okay, let's bring in your opponent, Chantelle Cameron. Great to see you, as always, Chantelle. And this is a real fight. This is a live one. But you only, since you've joined Queensberry, it's only been real fights. This is what you want, right?
Yeah, 100%. My manager knows as well that I only want the toughest fights. And obviously, at the moment, it's kind of waiting around for to see what happens with the 140 belts. But I wanted a tough fight, so I asked for Patricia, and I think it's going to bring the best out of me.
What do you, I mean, she wouldn't really tell us what she does well, or perhaps better than you, but perhaps you can give us some insight. You've followed her career in the amateurs as well. Very good fighter. What are you expecting on Saturday?
Yeah, I think we actually boxed in the amateurs back in the day on GB days. It's going to be a good fight. She's very technical. She's got the experience, but I think I suit the pro game a lot better.
And last time for your Queensberry debut, everything was new. It was new promoter, it was new training team, new TV channel, new everything. Now you're a bit more settled in. How's the mindset heading into this?
Yeah, a lot better this time. I think I've done everything with a massive jump. I didn't take any baby steps, but got it out of the way now and settled in and just ready to get the ball rolling again on Saturday.
And that extra time with Grant Smith now, like, how are you feeling as a fighter? Is this the best Chantelle Cameron ever?
I feel like everyone says that, so I feel like if I say that, everyone's heard that, and sometimes people lie and say that, but it really is probably the best shape I've been in, the fittest I've been, and I've been doing nothing but making progress in the gym, so I'm just got to put it into action on Saturday because talk's cheap.
Okay, let me bring Patricia back in here. Patricia, you've been a world champion in the past, interim title on the line here. Just how determined are you to become a world champion again in your career?
Very. I didn't come. I come to win. Obviously, I want to be world champion again. So I'm gonna give her a good fight Saturday.
We look forward to it. And Chantelle, I guess for you, this is an opportunity to send out a bit of a statement that there's world title belts out there and they'll be in your grasp very, very shortly, right?
Yeah, 100%. I'm going to show everyone again that I am the best 140-pounder.
Okay. We look forward to prediction. Anything you want to? No. I didn't think so. I thought worth a go. Thank you, Patricia. Thank you, Chantelle Cameron. Brilliant fight. WBC interim title on the line on Saturday. Okay, let's talk about the main event. Let's talk about these gentlemen here. So far, the build-up's been pretty bubbly. There's actually a face-off that these guys have done with Carl Frampton, which is out right now on the TNT Sports YouTube page. So check that out. Plenty of needle, plenty of back and forth. I've watched it, so some of my questions are kind of building up from that. I'm going to start with Shabaz Masoud, the challenger for the IBO world title here in front of Liam Davies, and it's 48 hours now. A lot of the build-up, you've said the talking's done. It's not done yet, but it's nearly done. You must be very excited.
Yeah, alhamdulillah, it's been an amazing camp. My team put me through hell, man. We've been working, and inshallah, 2 nights left, Saturday, let's go.
Are you ready to end this feud and end the world title reign of Liam Davies, Shabaz?
Yeah, 100%, man. 100%.
Underdog, heading into this, people writing you off, the bookies are writing you off from what I've seen as well. Do you prefer it that way?
I've always performed better when I'm the underdog, and one of the reasons why I started boxing was something to prove, and this is another thing for me. I've got to prove everyone wrong.
And one of the things Liam Davies said in this face-off with Carl Frampton, out now on TNT Sports YouTube, is that he said he's going to run right through you, but no one runs through Shabaz Masoud, right?
Good luck.
Let's bring in the champion. He's wished you luck in terms of running through him. We're nearly there now. How are you feeling about this one, Liam?
Yeah, I'm feeling good. Like I say, can't wait to go. 48 hours. And me and him can settle it.
This is a fight that you asked for. I think someone might be taunting you in the crowd there, someone from Shabaz's team, and we might have a repeat of what happened before. Let's try and keep tempers down. But this is a fight that you asked for, Liam. Why? Why did you want to fight with this man here in Shabaz Masoud?
Well, because he's undefeated, isn't he? He's a good fighter, and there's a lot of talk that he's the next best, so I'm always up for a challenge, and I want tough fights. You get one go at this boxing, so I want to prove I'm the best, and Saturday night I'll do that.
Feels like this rivalry, I know, you know, there's been back and forth, there's been bits here and there's been the 2 amateur wins, but it feels like there's something deeper than that. You've kind of alluded to it a couple of times. You keep saying, I'm a product of Brian Davies. This is deeper. Tell us a little bit more about that.
Yeah, do you know what it is? Shabaz, he's the same as me. We're just chasing dreams. We've done this all our life. It's other people get involved. I've been having bare messages to myself. I've been out with my wife. People drove past shouting shit at me. And it's okay, do you know what I mean? I can take it. Saturday night, you're going to see the best me. Like, people are shouting. Like, this ain't about you, bro. Just let your man, this is your mate's time. Do you know what I mean? Just sit there and enjoy it. Buy your ticket. That's it.
Shabaz, you've been pretty adamant that your style is all wrong for Liam Davies. Give us a final bit of insight as to why that is.
You're going to see on Saturday, man. Just tune in. Talking's done.
Can we get some more talk?
It's ready.
Has this been the best camp ever? You've done things that you haven't had to do before? You've had to prepare like never before for a man like this?
Yeah, alhamdulillah. Like I said, he is a good fighter, and I've had to push myself to my limits. And alhamdulillah, I'm there and I'm ready.
Liam, you said at this face-off with Carl Frampton that you said that his, there's no real animosity with Shabaz. It's people around him, maybe been taunting you. You mentioned the DMs there. You said that his mates have talked him into a bad situation. Have his mates talked him into a bit of a beating on Saturday?
Well, yeah, of course, like, it's unfortunate for him. He's got to be the one that's got to take it. And I wish him all the best, because trust me, I'm on a mission, man, and I'm fired up, ready to go. We've done a lot of talking. The fight's sold. I ain't really... Everyone sees me as talking shit and come across arrogant, but like I said, people message me behind the scenes. I just said it when the cameras are on and in public to people, because that's how I am. And now the talking's done Saturday night. Can't wait. And still, Liam Davies, knockout.
And
see, that's what I mean. Like, see, that's how they try and make it about them. You see what I mean? This ain't about you. You as amateur boxers, that never made it, man. Amateur boxers that never made it. Stop being sour. Stop being sour, man.
Just chill, man.
For reference,
just chill. Don't worry, I'm handling on Saturday.
There are members of Shabaz's team who are calling out to Liam, telling him to make sure he turns up, etc., etc. So that's what Liam is talking about.
Now we're here. We're going to see, like, say, you say what you want, man. It's no problem to me. No problem to me at all. People give criticism all the time to fighters. And it's always funny because it's from people that have had like a few amateur fights, never done nothing with their careers, you know what I mean? So say what you want, bro. It's Saturday night, you're going to see.
Shabaz, do you think there's a chance that Liam is underestimating you? I saw he kind of scoffed at the idea of you potentially knocking him out in this face-off, but I've seen you knock over an opponent in your last fight. I've seen you stop Jack Bateson, who had plenty of momentum heading into a fight with you. Has he underestimated your power?
The way it's looking, like, it does look like he's underestimating me, but if he's underestimating, like Ekow said earlier, fuck around and find out, innit? So, don't worry.
And also, Shabaz, something that we've talked about is that, you know, in these face-offs, Liam can get quite intense. Liam, I think you've agreed that you can get emotional in some of these face-offs. Do you think that his head could go on Saturday and it's all a bit too much emotion, too hot-headed? What do you think?
It might have gone already, but...
I've never seen him so loud till all his mates are here. It's always his attitude changes when his mates are here. He was dead quiet Monday.
It's me, you on Saturday.
He didn't say nothing. I roll up.
It's me, you on Saturday. It's me, you on Saturday.
On my own. I don't need no gang, like, backing me, gassing me up. I'm here to fight, man. I've done it all my life. Yeah. Yeah, no, yeah. But you have respect, innit? That's it. That's all I'm saying.
Okay, fellas. Let's keep it between the fighters, please. Liam, let me ask you this. You've told him a few times you plan on just folding him. Is that really the plan here? You've said that it could be over quite quickly. Do you see this as potentially a very short night on Saturday?
Like I said, I'm just speaking facts. When I hit people, they can fold. That's it. I could outbox him. People forget I'm a good boxer. I might do that. I'm going to do whatever it takes to win. Do you know what I mean? And quiet all these haters up, man. Trust me, 2 days, you're going to find out.
I was on the phone to Frank. Unfortunately, Frank can't be here today. His back's all over the place, but he'll hopefully be here on Saturday. I was on the phone to him this morning, and his message is like he very much believes in you. Of course, you're one of the 6 faces on that poster the other day, one of the British boxing stars of the future, very much so. It feels like there's big nights ahead should you come through, Shabaz Masoud. So much on the line for you.
Yeah, but I don't bring pressure. This is what I love to do, you know what I mean? It makes me more hungry, and it's a big night Saturday. That's all that matters to me. This one's going to be the sweetest one of them all.
And you're adamant your style's all wrong for Shabaz?
No, I'm just adamant that I knock people out. That's it. And that's what I'm going to do Saturday night.
Any thoughts, Shabaz?
No, I'm just ready to go, man. We'll see you on the night.
Okay. Listen, Shabaz, I want a final message from you to Liam Davies. This will be the final message. What have you got to say?
We'll see you Saturday.
Liam, champ?
I got no words. None at all. Just want to see you there.
Shades of Artur Beterbiev here from Liam Davies. Thank you very much. We're going to do some face-offs down the front. I think we've got plenty of clips from today. This is the main event. Liam Davies, Shabaz Masoud, 2 unbeaten British fighters here in Birmingham. TNT Sports, 7 o'clock on Saturday. IBO World Super-Bantamweight Championship on the line. Thank you. Cheers.
Got to take these off.
Jack to do that. Can you unplug this? Can you unplug this?
You do that after this time.
James, I'm doing it here. No, you don't need to be this one, just beat that mic. Well, ladies and gentlemen, at this time, we are going to have the fighters face off. But first, we're going to welcome the fighters who do not have opponents here today. Making his pro debut, we are going to welcome from Leamington Spa, a 2022 Commonwealth Games gold medalist. Let's welcome Lewis Williams. And he will be competing in a 4-round heavyweight contest against Lamar Griggs. Next, we will welcome, competing this Saturday in a scheduled 10-round light heavyweight contest against an opponent from Latvia. He's from Nottingham, England, undefeated with 9 wins, 6 coming by way of knockout. Let's welcome Ezra the Cannon Taylor. Ben the Bomber Vaughn and Ekow the Engine Essuman competing this Saturday in a scheduled 10-round contest for the WBO European Welterweight Championship. Cameron and Bergold face off, please. Oh, we'll do Ethan next. Face off. Jermaine, the Kundalini King, Osborne Edwards, and Eithan James competing this Saturday in a scheduled 10-round contest. It is a eliminator for the English Welterweight Championship. Patricia Bergolt and Chantelle Cameron competing this Saturday in a scheduled 10-round contest for the WBC Interim Super Lightweight Championship of the World.
Okay.
This our main event Saturday, 12 rounds scheduled for the IBO Super-Bantamweight Championship of the World, brought to you by Frank Warren on behalf of Queensberry Promotions in association with Eddie Hearn's Matchroom Boxing. Shabaz, the Maverick Masoud, and Liam Dangerous Davies.
Don't worry, I'll make it quick Saturday. Don't worry.
It's right there.
Okay, press conference done. All the talking is almost done. Liam Davies, thoughts? 48 hours to go.
Just can't wait, man. Never been so more confident in my life. I feel like I'm the man at the minute and got no problem showing it. There's a lot of talk from his friends and, like I say, I see the attitude change, man. That's weak from me. You know me, I rock up on my own because I don't need anyone putting confidence into me. This is what I do, and Saturday night I expect to fold him.
There was back and forth, but not so much between you and Shabaz. I think that's been pretty same-tempered pretty much the whole time. But his mates, his family or whoever is here, they were shouting things out and you were going back and forth with them. What was going through your mind at that point?
Nothing really goes. It's water off a duck's back, no problem to me. I got something to prove to myself, not these fools. And yeah, it just makes it more interesting. Honestly, I love it. Do you know what I mean? I love it, and I enjoy people being against me. I understand that's part of the sport. But Saturday night, the poor fella Shabaz is in there on his own, and he's in trouble.
Do you think he needs these people to G him up? Is it something like that? I feel like that's what you're alluding to.
Well, like I said, when we've been there and they ain't been there, it's in a different attitude. But I'm good. I hope they are building confidence into him, because Saturday night I'm going to knock it out of him very quick.
You said to him, I was in between you. Frank told me to stand in for some reason, as though I was going to do anything in case it kicked off. But you said, I'll make it quick on Saturday. It's quite a warning.
Yeah, I'm revved up, and I expect it to be. I've been sparring and putting people over, and I've shown on the nights that I can do it. And I feel like you're going to see the best of me once again. I come in with something to prove, a bit of a chip on my shoulder. And Saturday night, I expect a big performance from myself, Dev, honestly.
It's Liam Davies versus the world every time, right?
You know that. I see Tyson Fury says it after as well. So that's the way you got to be in this game. And that's how I've been. Like, this is what's got me here, this attitude. Turn up to the gym with something to prove every day, trying to get better. And it's brought me this far, but I'm not even halfway there yet. I've got so much more to do, and I'm motivated, hungry. And good luck to anyone trying to stop me. I told everyone what it means to me and what I'm trying to do you know what I mean? I come from the gravel, mate, the gravel. So you need more people than he's bringing today to think you're going to stop me getting my dreams and looking after my people.
Well, your dreams are clearly something that Frank Warren and Queensberry believe in. You are on that poster, one of the 6 re-signings. Clearly a lot of belief that you are one of the stars of boxing, not just now, but very much going forward.
Yeah, and rightly so. I understand I got to keep proving myself, and I do it with a smile on my face. I look forward to it, honestly. I believe in myself massively, and I think I can knock any super-bantamweight out in the world.
Whoa. There's a guy called Naoya Inoue out there. Let's slow down, Liam, right?
There's only one way to find out. I'm ready to go. Saturday night, a big performance, and then throw these big names at me, because I'm down to dance with any of them.
I'm looking forward to your dance on Saturday. Best of luck to you, Liam
Thank
Davies,
you.
the man. Let's swap you out. Let's bring in the cannon.
Hi, brother.
Mr. Ezra Taylor, how are you?
I'm sweet, man. I'm good.
Why does no one want to fight you? What's going on here? I keep hearing, oh, this fella's pulled out. We had this guy for Ezra. Oh, he's pulled out now as well. Now you've got this Latvian coming over. Look, don't underestimate him, because we've seen what these Latvians can do. We saw this a couple of weeks ago against Anthony Yard. But what's going on?
I couldn't tell you. This is a common occurrence, a common theme. And that's why I just focus on myself, and I'm good for anyone, honestly. Anyone with 2 legs and 2 arms, it's the same outcome, it doesn't matter. So he's from Latvia, good for him. Thank you for accepting the fight. First of all, I'm going to shake his hand after I do what I need to do. But I'm ready, man. It doesn't even matter to me, man. Look, you see, I'm smiling, I'm happy, I'm grateful to be on a platform like this, and just embracing it as always.
This division that you're in, it feels like every week there's a new headline, there's a new champion. Louis Edmondson, British and Commonwealth champion, as you mentioned. We've seen what happened with Liam Cameron and Ben Whittaker. So much going on in your division. Where do you fit into all of this, Ezra?
I fit in the right place, to be fair, and that's becoming British champion, first of all. I'm going to show you what a British champion really looks like, because I don't know what I watched the other day, but it wasn't up to standard, you know what I'm saying? And I feel like I'm a British fighter, and I feel like British deserves a better champion, man. And so that's my next stop. Obviously, like I said before, I'm not looking past my Latvian opponent, you know, who's a tougher test and whatever. He's a tough test to other people. For me, it's a different ball game, man. I'm gonna show you on Saturday why that is.
10 rounds, though. I think this is the 3rd time you've been scheduled for 10 rounds. You are still building up. You've only been 10 rounds once, right? So hey, this is all experience right now.
100%, and I did the 10 rounds last time with ease. That was a breeze. I was enjoying it, having fun. this time round, I'm not in here to have fun. I'm not here to mess around and, you know what I'm saying? I'm here to do a damn job, which I'm going to do as well. I'm positive on that. And then we can start looking at everyone else, because the light heavyweight seems good right now. I hope someone's ankle gets a bit better. I hope to see a fight in the future. Like I said, right now my eyes are set on a British title. Lewis Edmondson, that guy, I can't wait to get to you.
You really fancy a fight with this guy. You're talking about how he doesn't look like a British champion. What's wrong with Louis Edmondson?
Nothing's wrong with the guy, but he keeps messaging me. He kept messaging me, Dev, over and over again in my DMs. And I'm saying, what's this guy doing? I'm not entertaining it. I'm just doing what I'm doing, which is always going to be the plan and the focus. But now you have something that I want. You have something that I need. And you're going to have to give it up to me one way or another. You know what I'm saying? We can do this the easy way or the hard way. And it's going to be the hard way because you're going to have to fight me at some point soon.
Final one. What happened with Liam Cameron and Ben Whittaker? What's your understanding?
The understanding is I seen a bit of WWE action, so I went over the top rope. It was quite cool, quite funny, to be honest. And then when I seen he wiggled his ankle, he said he can't fight anymore. Didn't really make any sense to me. I seen David Hayes' Achilles go, and he was still scrapping out. But let's not talk too much on that. Big up Liam Cameron, nice guy, and he deserves the opportunity. If Ben Whittaker doesn't give you the opportunity, I definitely will.
Big up yourself as well, Ezra Taylor.
And big up myself, man.
Come on, tell him. Let's swap you out for Shabaz Masoud. Best of luck to you on Saturday. Shabaz.
Yes, what's happening?
The talking's
done finally, man.
Nearly. We're still going to have this chat now, but it's been a good build-up, right?
Yeah, it's been a nice build-up, man. To be honest with you, build-ups of fight never get to me. I'm just focused on the job, and just all I care about is Saturday.
Nothing gets to you at all, because
what's the point?
Go on.
What is the point? Regardless of getting involved with the crowd, all these other antics, regardless of the situation, we're fighting on Saturday. I'm focused on the job for the last 6 months, and I'm ready.
He's suggesting, you had your mates here, calling
My
a few
family.
things out, family.
Yeah.
He's suggesting that you need that kind of thing to G you up, to give you that confidence.
Bro, if anyone who knows me knows I don't need nobody. I could do it on my own, man. And on Saturday, it's going to be me and him, man. You know what I mean? So what benefit is that going to do for me?
He said to you when you were facing off, not quite the final time, because there'll be tomorrow at the weigh-in as well, but one of the final times, he said he's going to make it a short night for you. Is this just talk, or do you think he genuinely believes it?
I don't know what it is, but that don't bother me. Like, I've heard it before. In fights, people say, I'm going to do this to you, I'm going to do that to you, but see you on Saturday.
Why are you being written off by some quarters in this fight? I've seen the odds.
Yeah.
The odds. He's a strong favourite, Liam Davies.
Do you know what it is? Being doubted brings out the best in me. And alhamdulillah for that. Alhamdulillah. That's the one thing I love about this fight. Because when I do beat him, everyone's give me my respect.
Have you been written off your whole life, Shabaz?
Yeah, my whole life. Like, my whole life, people have thought, he ain't going to do this, he ain't going to do that. But guess what? I went and done it. And alhamdulillah, that's all praise be to the Almighty.
Why is it the right time for this fight?
Do you know why? Because it's God's timing. God's timing is the best of timing, man. He's the best of planners, and that's what it is for me. What
is it about Liam that you feel I've got the measure of him? Is it the amateur stuff? Because one of them.
No, I don't care. You brought that amateur stuff up, and Queensberry brought that up, but
yeah, maybe a little
that don't really bother me. The main focus for me is just to beat him on Saturday. Mm-hmm. Don't get me wrong, he's a good fighter. He's got a lot of strengths, but as well, like, he's got weaknesses as well in his game, and I'm gonna exploit him.
Tell me one of these weaknesses. What have you seen?
You'll see. I know you're trying to just get.
I'm going to let him know. I'm going to let him cover up. Shabaz, best of luck to you.
Appreciate that. Thank you, bro.
Appreciate all the support and the build-up. You've been a joy. Let's bring in Matt Macklin. What are you doing here?
Well, I'm only up the road, aren't I?
Yes, you
and
are.
Of course, Huey was meant to make his debut on the undercard. National champion on the GB, all that sort of thing. So I'm managing him now. Signed with Frank, and he was going to make his pro debut on the card, but his license medicals didn't get processed in time. So hopefully in December.
Hopefully we'll see you in December. Tell us a little bit about yourself then. We were very excited to see your debut on this card. What can we expect when it finally happens?
Yeah, I was looking forward to it. All action, aggressive fight.
Lots of punches.
Yeah, like the old style, like Chavez, Roberto Duran, them sort of boys.
I like the sound of that. Matt, what's the sell here? Why is he different? Why is he so good? Why are you getting behind him?
Well, he's from up the road in Coventry, so not far from me. He's Irish background as well, so a bit of a connection there. And he's a good fighter. And lots of people told me when I was renewing my licence, I asked a few people who would be, because when you're away in the pro game many years and you sort of start managing fighters, you do become a little bit, you lose touch a little bit with who's hot coming through, etc. So once I renewed the licence, once I knew I was definitely getting back into it, I kind of, the few people who I knew were still very much immersed in it, I said, send me a list of a few people who you think are good, will be good, not just good amateurs, but will make good pros. And lots of people sent this kid's name through, and there were a few others, and we're on the track for a few of those. But no, Huey being local particularly was something that I thought, that ticked a lot of boxes for me.
I like that. Well, Huey, look, it's unfortunate that you can't make your debut on Saturday, but the good news is you get to sit back and enjoy the entire card. It's a good one, right?
Yeah, it's good cards. Yeah, I'm looking forward to all of them. Ekow Essuman, Eithan James, good fight. Yeah, so I'm looking forward to both of them.
You sparred with a few of the guys.
Yeah,
Owen Cooper, you spar a lot with, don't you?
Yeah, I've sparred with Eithan James, sparred with Ben as well. So yeah, I know a few of the boys on the card. So yeah,
there's a good bit of chat there between Eithan James and his opponent. That's a man here, unbeaten, who's really looking to come and derail Eithan James forever.
Yeah. I'm on.
How do you see that going?
Not sure, it's close fight, I think, but yeah, best looks both of them.
Matt, let me just get your thoughts on the main event. You are, one of the best minds in boxing right now. What is your read of Liam Davies, Shabaz Masoud?
I think there's a feeling around boxing that Masoud, he's the favourite, even though with the bookies he's not. I think in the sort of quieter corners of discussions, a lot of people I've heard picking Masoud, but I think Liam Davies, I'll make Liam Davies the favourite. I think he's experience. And he can mix it up. He, as he said there, he can punch, but he can box as well. He can box and fight. And I think with the home crowd behind him, he might have to get off the floor to win. Who knows? It could be a real barn burner. But I do think that, if someone put a gun to my head and said you've got to pick a winner, I'd go with Davies, but I think it's going to be close.
Okay, well, I won't be putting any guns to your head or yours. Huey, great to have you both on. Looking forward to when you do finally make your debut.
Yeah,
Matt, great as always. Going to swap you out for Raven Chapman. Thank you, Matthew Macklin and Huey. How are you, Raven?
Yeah, I'm good, thanks. How are you?
Very good. Did you enjoy that? I saw you spectating the press conference.
Yeah, it's nice to be on the other side and just enjoy it. Yeah, pretty interesting words exchanged between the main event and the friends in the crowd. So, yeah, interesting.
Yeah, what's going on with you right now? You are in that kind of bounce back, get back mode for the first time in your career after a terrific fight in Riyadh against Sky Nicholson. What's going on in the mind of Raven Chapman?
Just enjoying a bit of time off the last couple of weeks. Back in the gym now, just doing my thing and get back to the normal me, the Omen, and get ready to go again. So I'll be meeting Frank soon. We'll have a little chat and see where we go next.
Have you watched it back?
Do you know what? I've been so busy since.
You haven't watched it back?
I haven't watched it back, but I'll probably do that with my coach anyway.
Some fighters don't watch it back. Win or lose. I remember actually.
Yeah, to be fair, I never really watch any of my fights back.
Yeah.
Like you say, win or lose, I don't like psych any press and stuff, things like this. I hate watching them. I don't want to hear my voice anyway.
But I guess you've got it in your mind. You've got moments in the fight in your mind.
Yeah.
What went right, what went wrong.
Yeah.
Are you kind of processing that?
Yeah, definitely. I know what happened on the night. I had a bad day in the office, and I'll go again and I'll rewrite the wrongs.
Okay, look, listen, this featherweight division, it's there for the taking, right? I'd imagine Amanda Serrano's going to go at some point. Sky Nicholson will do her thing, but these belts will be available. I'm sure it won't be long before Raven Chapman has some gold around her waist.
Oh, 100%. Like I say, I know what I'm capable of. Unfortunately, I didn't get to show that on the fight night, so I know I'm capable of much more. And I'll just make sure I get to show that next time.
We look forward to it. Give me your thoughts on the main event. Liam Davies,
it's an interesting one, yeah. I think it's going to be a fun watch. Hopefully, Liam doesn't just knock him out in the first round.
I mean, he's hoping he does.
I'd like to see a really good tear up, because I think they could both bring a lot to the table. And they're both up for it. They're both gearing. I think it could really make for an exciting fight, exciting headline. And yeah, hopefully by the end of it, Liam will get that stoppage.
Okay, Raven, thank you so much for having a chat with us. I'm sure I'll see you around in the week. That was Raven Chapman.
Thank you.
And thank you for joining us. That's our press conference complete. We are now hours away from the big one at the BP Pulse here in Birmingham on Saturday night. TNT Sports from 7 o'clock. Queensberry YouTube from 5:30, and that main event, that's one of the best fights you can make in the country today. Two unbeaten guys who do not like each other, both the same age, both have got ambitions to go way beyond where they are now. IBO World Super-Bantamweight Championship on the line. Liam Davies against Shabaz Masoud. We'll see you tomorrow for the weigh-in.